Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. May dalawang good news po ako sa inyo ngayong hapon. Unang-una po ay kakabalik ko lang galing sa Washington, D.C. kung saan po ay nakipag-meeting kami sa U.S. Trade Representative. Kasama ko po si DTI Secretary Chris Roque at si Ambassador Babes Romualdez. During the meeting, we were able to raise all the matters that have been brought up to us by our stakeholders, by the export industries dito po sa Pilipinas. At ang magandang balita po ay I think our discussions were very productive and I believe that the meeting went extremely well. Ang second good news ko po ay ang Luzon Economic Corridor po ay tuloy na po. Marami po nagtatanong the last 2 months kung ano nangyari dito. Nakatanggap po kami ng kasulatan galing sa U.S. Trade and Development Agency na approved na po.
Sir, last week po you said na you made sure to put the welfare of local industries at the center of the negotiations. Sir, what specific local industries were central to the negotiations and how were their interests safeguarded during the talks? Kabilang po ba dito yung semiconductor industry?
Well, I'll answer your question. And the first industry we discussed and where we spent the most time on was the semiconductor and electronics industry. Dahil po ito yung number 1 export po natin sa Amerika. Pangalawa po, tinake up din natin ang coconut industry. Napakahalaga po ng coconut industry sa atin dahil ito po ang number 1 agricultural export natin sa Amerika. We also took up the matters na dinala sa amin ng garment industry, furniture industry, at ng food processing industries. Meron din po yung mga automotive parts. So, na-bring up po namin to lahat ng mga concerns and issues ng mga stakeholders natin. And as I said earlier, I believe it was very well received.
Sir, were there any unexpected positive outcomes from the negotiations that have the potential to benefit the Philippine economy in the long run?
May I ask for your patience na hintayin lang po natin ng siguro outcome po nito. What I can tell you po is that the technical working groups, so the Foreign Trade Office of the Department of Trade and Industry is taking over from here, discussing with their counterparts at the USTR office to be able to work out the details of whatever discussions we have.
Sir, last question from me. Sir, what strategies did the Philippine delegation employ to ensure that the welfare of the local industries remained at the forefront of the negotiations?
Can I just say that the Philippine team went there very well prepared. We met with all the stakeholders of the various industries before we went. We discussed also with a lot of our other cabinet members po para pagpunta po namin ay napaka-kompleto po ng aming discussions at walang naiwan.
Sorry, sir, last na. Meron pa po ba tayong next na meeting with the USTR?
The technical working groups now will be the one to meet. In particular, if you want to know, it's USEC Alan Hepty of DTI that will be continuing with the discussions with his counterparts at the USTR office.
So meron pa pong next na travel to the US?
Ako po, ay hindi ko pa po alam. Sila po
technical
well, in this day and age, meron naman tayong Zoom, meron din tayong email, meron din tayong telepono. Siguro, pero to answer your question directly, I guess there will be future trips.
Sir, my question is about the Luzon Economic Corridor. So, despite the President Trump halted the financial assistance to some countries, so still the U.S. still support the LAC pushing through here in the Philippines and how it will affect to our economic.
Well, yan ang magandang balita po, no? Alam po natin na maraming programa ng Amerika ay natigil, no? Pero ang Luzon Economic Corridor po ay tuloy. Kaya natutuwa po kami when we received the letter from the USTDA. And as you know, this Subic-Clark Manila-Batangas Rail will be very important to industry and trade, no? kasi this will link the most important ports in our country. The Subic Port, the Manila Port, and the Batangas Port together comprise over 80% of all volume of port traffic in our country. That's why the Subic-Clark Manila-Batangas Rail is extremely important to our development.
Sir, one more question. How much the loan that the U.S. provided to us?
$3.8 million po.
Secretary, you described the meeting with the U.S. Trade Representative as productive and it went extremely well. Meron bang pinangako yung U.S. sa atin during that meeting, given that you seem to be very happy with the outcome?
I think at this point, the technical working groups have to get together. But if I may also share po, that all these trade negotiations are covered by a confidentiality agreement. So pagpasensyahan niyo po kung wala po masyadong detalyeng maibigay.
Pero given that na naging positive yung inyong naging review sa naging meeting, what concrete achievements or accomplishments were attained during those negotiations?
Kasama na po yun sa confidentiality agreement.
Okay. Sige po. Salamat po.
Thank you.
Maricel Halili, News 5.
Hi, sir. Magandang umaga. Sir, just one quick follow-up. You mentioned during our last press briefing here in Malacanang na ang best case scenario is magkakaroon tayo ng free trade agreement with the U.S. How far are we from that?
I think we have to let the process take its place. No, we have to let the technical working groups work on a framework for discussions. I think both sides will have to work together to put a framework before the 90-day moratorium period is over. No, so we should allow the process to take its place before we can go further.
Sir, how soon natin malalaman yung possible outcome dito sa negotiation?
Hard for me to predict, no, because there are two sides that need to get together to agree. Hindi naman to purely on our side kung anong gusto po natin. But there is that 90-day moratorium period, so there is a date towards which I believe both sides will work towards coming up with a framework before that period is over.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Pia Gutierrez, ABS-CBN.
Sir, you were talking about yung 90-day moratorium period. Siguro by the end of the moratorium period, with the way the discussions happen, sir, you're very happy with the negotiations. What's the best possible outcome that we are expecting? Do we maybe expect a reduction of the 17% tariff rate?
Siguro ma'am, we have to wait for the outcome of that process.
Sir, na-mention po kanina ni Ma'am Pia yung regarding dun sa 17% na kung bababa yung after nung 90-day moratorium, kung bababa yung 17%. So far, wala pa pong naging commitment yung US trade regarding dun sa pagbaba ng 17%.
I think, well, if I may just expound a little bit. If you look, many countries have already visited America, no? Nakapunta na dun si Japan, si Korea, si Indonesia, si Malaysia, si Vietnam, etc., etc. At kung susundan niyo pong news, wala pa naman pong kahit sino sa kanila na may conclusion on anything. So with that framework po, as you're very well aware, the meeting I had with the USTR last Friday was our first meeting. So I think it would be reasonable to expect that hindi naman siguro mako-conclude ang negotiations in one meeting. So talagang let's allow the process to take place.
Sir, ano na lang po yung nagiging coordination natin with the ASEAN? Kasi di ba meron rin pong parang plano yung ASEAN to have a consolidated negotiation with US.
I'm not sure it's a consolidated negotiation, but I think the discussions among the ASEAN members continue.